Hello, I'm Jonathan Gus, the Hideout Product Manager for Keystone RV. I'm here with Courtney from Flipping Nomad to show you an all-new designer white interior for the single axle hideouts and to show you an all-new floor plan.
Thanks, Jonathan. Yeah, so like he said, my name is Courtney and I'm the owner of the Flipping Nomad. You might follow us on Instagram. If you're not familiar with what we do, we are an RV renovation business. So we take pre-loved RVs, mostly fifth wheels. We do a cosmetic gut job on them and completely renovate them like you would renovate a house. And one of our signature looks is bright white walls and bright white cabinets. And that's not something that you see a lot in older RVs, but that's not the case anymore. You guys have listened to what the consumer wants. You've gone with this beautiful bright white cabinet, the new designer white interior. You've also completely reworked this floor plan. This whole thing's a home run.
Awesome.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
I was blown away.
That's awesome. I'm so excited to hear that because that means a lot coming from her. Because if you guys check out all the stuff they do, it is amazing. So let's dive right into the floor plan, okay? So one of the biggest things that we wanted to do is accomplish as much as we can in a little space, right? So to have a sofa and have this great space, but where's the bed at, right? Well, this is a Murphy bed design, and I think we knocked this one out of the park, I hope.
I know, I would agree.
So let's check it out. So the best thing about a Murphy bed is it needs to be simplistic and easy to set up. So just like that, you're set up, Serta mattress. We actually have room for CPAP machines and everything else on either side. Production did a great job with that, developing that system with USB ports on either side as well.
And this is one thing, these USB ports is a really nice feature to point out because a lot of the older rigs that we work with don't have anything like this. And this is something that we always have to install, but you don't have to mess with it here. It comes straight from the factory.
Yeah,
and this bed's so easy to set up. It took less than 30 seconds. And what I love about the Murphy bed configuration is you get a couch and you also get a bed, but you get that in one space. You don't have to give up two separate spaces of your RV to have those. So it's a great use of space. And then I also love how you tucked in some just additional small storage down here, like for shoes, or maybe if you have a tiny little dog that likes little nooks, you could stick their little dog bed under there. It's just, you really maximize that space.
Yeah, and again, we're talking pretty much anybody can tow this thing. This is a single axle. You're around 3,100 pounds. I mean, this is awesome. So to maximize the space, we're seeing the single axle market explode in the industry because we're having so many people in this new normal that we call it. Just they want to get out, they want to camp, they want to explore, they want to do different things. Well, this lets pretty much anybody that has any type of towable vehicle take off and go. So that's what's awesome.
Even like something like a Suburban can handle this.
Absolutely, absolutely. So one of the things we incorporated in single axles, which wasn't normal in the past, was slide outs. There's pretty traditional in tandem axles, fifth wheels, stuff like that. So you have this nice slide out here. Again, we're using the opportunity to give you guys as much space as possible. So you got a ton of seating space here, and it gives you some storage down here as well, and storage underneath the seating too.
Yeah, and this is really unique to have a raised slide and to have these drawers underneath of the slide. It's not something that you see very often, especially with the older rigs like what we work with, and this is a newer feature.
Yeah. And what's cool is a great spot for like the dog food, whatever.
Random
just
things.
A cool little thing, a little space that's off of the normal grid. So, and then as we come around here and we start to look into the kitchen area, this is a big feature that we want to knock out with this new 174 RK is countertop space and storage. We know that those things are typically
that's
lacking.
That's usually lacking in little guys. Yes.
Yeah. So ton of countertop space here.
Yeah, and you guys completely nailed it. It goes all the way to the back wall. I mean, it's probably 2/3 the length of this RV. And then you've also got a full set of drawers here. And then, like in here, great little area for a trash can. Just those awkward things that you have to have, but is sometimes hard to store. And then it's also prepped for a TV mount right here, correct? So you've got all of your TV hookups up here. Or if you don't want to have a TV here, you can put a picture or do some sort of personalization here.
Yeah, and the great thing is with you coming in looking at this, you think of things like where does the trash can go and stuff. And sometimes I think people come into RVs and they go, who designs these things? Because they don't think about those little things. So it's really exciting for me to hear not only that you're excited for the look of the unit, but that you see the functionality and that we're doing our job to make sure that the customer has everything they need when they purchase a Keystone Hideout.
Yeah, I mean, you absolutely nailed it with the interior. And I absolutely love the white cabinets, of course, but I also love what you've done with the contrast, because you have some darker pieces in here, so it doesn't feel, you didn't go from all dark to all bright and white. You've got these darker pieces in here that give it a really good balance and a really good contrast. And I also love what you've done with the stereo here. You've put in this auxiliary radio that can be taken outside. You can take it down to the lake with you. Your entertainment system is no longer confined to the RV. I think this is genius. This is such a great new feature that you've done here.
I think just like you were talking about with USBs before, that we didn't have those. Well, we need to rethink a lot of the things we do. We usually had that old radio that was maybe works on Bluetooth, has a couple speakers in here, maybe speaker outside. So just making it more functional and kind of speaking to the outside. So a couple really cool things on this 174RK that is different than a lot of single axles is there's a full pass-through in the front, so you still get a good amount of storage out there. But also in the back, we have additional storage in the back where it's actually prepped to put a fridge out there if you want to. So a little nice 3.2 fridge to have outside. You can put your pops, whatever you want to have out there. It's a really nice feature to have. Yep.
And it also has the solid steps.
Yes.
So you get, they actually touch the ground, which not all RVs have that. So you get a really sturdy step as you walk in. And there's also a bottle opener and a dog leash holder out there.
There is, because a lot of people have pets and a lot of people want to
I've got a fur baby myself. Exactly. Yep. And an electric awning. It's a really nice feature.
Electric awning and power tongue jack too. So yeah, there's a lot of really nice in this size and 21 foot roughly floor plan, and it can be towed by pretty much anything. You still have a lot of creature comforts, but again, the goal was to design a beautiful unit, and
which you did,
but also to design something extremely functional. And so again, it means a lot to me that you even took the time to come out and that you liked it. So I'm excited.
I had to come out. I saw a picture of it online, and I had to do a double take. I thought it had been renovated. It looked like one of our rigs, and so I'm
awesome. Well, thank you so much again, Flipping Nomad and KeystoneRV.com, Hideout. Check it out, 174RK. Thank you.